would love it, but like I loved it about a trillion times more. I got there early afternoon on Thursday, and I went to a coffee shop, I did a blog post, and then I just explored the city streets, which are so beautiful and full of character and history, and I felt like I was in a movie, and it was glorious. And then later I met up with my couch surfing host, who's my first one, and it was great. She is wonderful. Her name is Giovanna, and the first night I got there, it's really hot. Sorry. Sorry if you can't hear me because the AC. I have to blast it because the sun is so strong coming to the car. Anyways, the first night I got there, her friend stopped by after class, and we were all talking and getting to know each other and got along great. They're both spectacular people, and so great to talk to. And we made a pizza, drank wine, while also making Polish vodka. Giovanna is Polish and studied abroad in Poland, I think, in this past year, and then took a semester off to travel, which is how she became involved in couchsurfing. And she has this old recipe book from her grandmother. Friday I got up kind of really early because Giovanna had class, and I was out of the house by 7:45. I went to another cafe, did some more vlog work, because I'm so dedicated. No, it's also, I mean, it's an easy way for me to keep in touch with everyone. Blog readers, family, friends, blends. So I want to make sure that I'm doing that. Plus, it's nice to document it for myself. I feel like it's something I can appreciate for the next few years. Anywho, that's neither here nor there. Yesterday was such a long, wonderful day. I walked so much. I brought like a bunch of granola bars with me as snacks, and then just went from historic home to historic home, learning all about the history of Savannah and the people that lived there, including the founder of the Girl Scouts. For any fellow Scouts out there, I got myself a pin to say that I had gone. It was so funny. I haven't even thought about Girl Scouts in a while, but it was kind of cool. And I got one for my sister too. Anyway, and I also went to an art museum there. That was so great. It housed a lot of older works from the region that would have in an old like mansion. And when I say mansion, I just mean big home. And that the people who lived there, like wanted it to become a gallery. So that was really interesting to look at. And then the admission to that place also allowed me to go to the more contemporary counterpart museum, which was just around the corner and had a phenomenal Paris and surrealism, and that was so great. So I did that. I also went to a bunch of antique galleries and really cute boutiques, and antique galleries, antique stores and galleries. They're two separate things. And then after my long day, I treated myself to a gourmet southern meal that was far too expensive for this budget of mine. But I was really, really hungry because I hadn't eaten much of a lunch. So I go to this restaurant, sit by myself, first time dining solo. Not so bad. I got wine and salad, and then for my entree, I ordered scallops. That was because they came with wild mushrooms, grilled asparagus, and tomato grits. First time I've ever had grits. And I really enjoyed them. I could do without the ham bacony taste. I know that's authentic technically a part of it. I just don't really like that flavor. They were good and incredibly filling. So, I don't know. I'm really good. I'm really glad that I had the chance to try them. And then last night I went out with Giovanna and Ramona, and we bar hopped downtown. And it was really fun. I met a lot of people, from the area and not. That some that they already knew, some, a random little bachelor party. That was interesting. But it was fun. The alcohol was so much cheaper than I'm used to, which is just nice. And you could bring your beer outside or mix a drink as long as it was in a plastic cup, which blew my mind because I'm used to having to either leave it behind, which is always kind of a shame, or drink it really fast because somebody wants to go somewhere else. But here you can just be like, oh, well, I'm getting kind of tired. Let's go next door. Let's go down the street and bring it on out with you. The only downer was that people could smoke in the bars, so I had to wash my hair twice, and my clothes kind of smell. But I'm in another place. Right now, it's kind of a lot of nothingness, but on this drive previously, I drove through Peach County and past peach orchards and pecan farms or pecan farms, and all kinds of other crops that didn't quite have as big signs, so I'm not really sure what they were. But a lot of little farm towns. The route I'm going is a lot more local than I have gone before, so it's really interesting to see the terrain change and to really get a sense of the rural South, which, of course, I guess I know about to an extent, but a lot of this knowledge is based on probably like movies and stuff that really isn't that reliable of sources. So it's nice to see with my own eyes. It's kind of interesting to me. I'm going to Montgomery next. It is another place I'm couch surfing, and at this point I'm just excited. Really, Giovanna's so great, and we hit it off and got along, and it's so nice to think that I'm gonna go to some places where I don't know anyone and drive away with like all these new friends. But yeah, so that's kind of great. I have been drinking the Click Espresso protein drinks every day, nearly every day, and they're quite good. They don't blend as well as they're made out to be. They even have the little shaker even comes with a metal thing so that it doesn't get clumpy, but I've had to use a spoon oftentimes. But once I do that, it blends pretty well. It's pretty tasty. It's like mocha flavor, and it has espresso in it, which is great. Especially when I have to like take breakfast to go and I'm on the road, and it's so easy to get, drowsy when you're driving. So they've been really good, and I like them. And then on this drive, I'm trying out a pair of my new shades, which you will hear more about on Go Backpacking. But yeah, I guess that is all. I will, unfortunately, I'm not really going to see too much of Alabama. I'll get there, late this afternoon and then leave tomorrow morning for New Orleans. Kind of really fun. I can't believe I've been doing this for a week already. See you guys soon. Bye. Have a good weekend.